Hello, SkinnyGPanda here. So today I am at Gouldsboro State Park. It's more by Tobyhanna, Pennsylvania. It's cold this morning, but decided to wake up and go for a small hike. I am by myself. Dragon Roams has work tonight, so he is sleeping. So today my challenges are going to be navigating and following the trail. Usually when I'm alone, I tend to get confused and lost. So those are my challenges with this hike. I've never been to this trail before, so I'm going to see how well I can navigate it with the map and the GPS. As you can see, there's snow. It's 19 degrees. I started at about 10 o'clock, so not super early, but enough to get a little bit of warmth going on. I kind of created a loop. It's supposed to be about 5 miles, so looking forward to it. This park does a lot of the cross-country trails, and the hiking's mixed in with that. So I'm hoping it's not going to be anything so hard with inclines or declines. So we'll see. Right now, it's pretty easy. It's just a big, kind of like an access road that I'm following. So I will check back in with you guys and let you know how this goes. Rate the trail like I normally do. And yeah, go from there. So I will check back in with you. Still on this trail. I'm about 2 miles in, and it's still pretty easy with an access road. So far, knowing that I'm 2 miles in and it's still the access road, I'm going to list this as handicapped accessible. Now, the whole trail I'm doing is most likely not, because there is a hiking section which is usually in woods, but this park is definitely handicapped accessible. So if you did want to go out and you have a wheelchair or you have kids that are in a stroller, this is going to be a place that you're going to be able to take them and still get outside and enjoy the wilderness and beautiful scenic views. So definitely recommend keeping that in mind if you want something easy that is accessible for wheelchairs and strollers. So you do hear the highway off to your left when you're on this part of the section, so that is something you want to keep in mind. You are pretty close to the highway. But other than that, this is a really nice, easy trail. So I'm going to get back to it and keep you guys updated. So about 2.5 miles in, you're going to start steering away from the highway and the nice paved type of trail, and you're going to go into the hiking trail. Now there's 2 different trails. You can continue straight on the old 611 road if you want to. However, it's going to take you right up to the highway, and then you're just going to turn in onto the trail that I'm taking. So either way, you're going to end up on this trail, unless you just don't do a loop and end up doing just an out and back. But I went in, so just to recap, you start off at the old entrance road. You turn right down old 611, and then after that, you're going to turn right onto Pulpit Rock Trail, and that's what I'm on now, is this trail. So it is pretty well maintained. I could definitely tell people's been on this trail. So I don't think I'm gonna get lost at all, which is a good thing. So I'm gonna keep doing this trail and I will follow up with you guys. So the snow hides the ice, and yeah, my feet all the way up to my knees got a little wet because I didn't know that I was walking on top of like a pond. But there's ice here that I have to navigate past and then go to over this little pond here. I did not bring my trekking poles because I was like, oh, it's gonna be easy. Yep. Learning from my mistakes. So navigation, staying on trail, fail. I am lost. The markers just stopped, but it looked like a trail kept going. So I followed what I thought was a trail, and I ended up at some creepy cabin in the middle of the woods. So now I am walking out of this trail that must be to that person's cabin, to go back to that last marker I seen and try to figure out where I go. So we'll see. And then I know, what about the GPS I had going? Well, the GPS I had going doesn't have the trail I was on it. So that's not really going to help me. So the only thing I have is a map, and that doesn't really help at all either. So far on most of the trails I have hiked, I've managed to get lost. I mean, that's all I could do is laugh about it. So what can you do? I guess the only thing I can really state is to learn from your mistakes and don't go hiking with me unless you know where you're going, because you're bound to get lost in the woods. But I'm gonna try to get out of here and find that marker and go from there. Might be hard to see, but this is where my trail junction. So I came from there, and when I came out from here, there's a blue marker there, and then there's one right there but with red. And according to the map, the red is the little turnoff. See, I took that straightaway right by the prospect. That's blue. So turning right here somewhere should be the next blue marker, because if I go left here and follow the red, I'm just going to go back down to the trail I started. So it took a little bit, but I found a blue marker. So if I go this way, there's a blue marker on that tree. And then no one's touched this trail in a while. There's another blue marker on that tree. So I'm really going to have to make sure I pay attention to where I'm going, because there's snow on the ground, so I don't know exactly where the trail is supposed to be, but hoping it's going to be well maintained, because there's that next blue marker, and then I see another one down there, so hopefully this is well marked. Well, there are footprints. Man, that trail junction, that's a tough one. But yeah, lessons to be learned. One day I'll get it. I just gotta keep doing them by myself. That's the key. All right, I'm gonna follow this out to the State Park Road and then find my car. Whenever I do these types of hike in the winter time, when there's no other prints but my own, just me in the trail and just trying to figure out where to put my foot, it's always interesting to come back in the summertime and retrace my steps just to see, out of curiosity, what's underneath the snow. I'm pretty sure I got a little bit off the trail because it's hard to see it with all the snow on the ground. So for all I know, there could have been a bunch of rocks underneath me, maybe another swamp to walk over. You just never know. So it's really interesting when I do these types of trails. And again, I'm the only one out here as to, you know, what it looks like in other seasons. So as far as winter time goes, this trail is a little bit tougher to do because you don't know what's underneath you. So when you're coming down in an incline, sorry, I just scared myself because there's a cabin here. Did not know. I am following the blue though. But it's interesting in the winter time because the trail's really not all there. So one wrong footstep and you could be having ice underneath you and slip. So you got to be a little bit cautious, which brings you back to proper gear. So I have my winter hiking boots on that have a little bit better grips on the bottom, so I don't have to worry about too much of slipping. And then these boots also are like water resistant, waterproof. So in the swamp, even though my whole entire legs went into water, my feet are dry and warm and comfy. So that was really good, nice. But yeah, this is a really nice trail. I highly recommend it. I'm almost back onto the road where I'm going to look for my car. And just to recap, so navigation, I am going to give myself a success. Even though I got lost, I was still able to navigate myself back onto the trail and complete it. So that's a success. Staying on the trail is not a success. Because I got lost a few times, I ended up going off the trail and onto private property. So that for the day, I did not stay on track. But overall, this trail is easy. Limitation wise, there's really no issue. I mean, the actual hiking trail is not handicapped accessible, but the other trail is. So if you still want to get out, you can do that other trail, and it wouldn't be so much of a loop, it'd be an out and back. But if you wanted to make it a loop and you had kids with you and you weren't in a wheelchair or stroller, this is going to be an easy trail to take with your kids. There's no limitation concerns on it. It is well marked. So the reason why I got a little lost is because it's winter time, so I couldn't clearly see the tree as best as I probably would if things were grown in. But since everything was not grown in, it was a little harder to navigate it. But I give this trail a thumbs up if you like this video. As always, hit that thumbs up. And if you have any questions on this trail, you can comment down below. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you can see other content that I put out. All right. Thank you for watching. Bye.